Good morning, ETC, and any rogue traders we've picked up along this great highway of life. Bushido coming at you again today with another video for ETC. I hope you enjoy. Thank you. This bald little son of a gun is actually your player character in Warframe. Warframes are just a suit that this little guy wears. There is a second playable character, but we'll get into that later. This video is the start of my lore discussion series, and I'm starting here because I couldn't decide where to start. Trying to have any sort of broad reaching conversation about Warframe was getting incredibly long in the tooth, let's say. So, I figured I will make a series addressing at least the central characters of Warframe to give people who don't have any idea what's going on here a frame of reference. So this won't be about the actual gameplay of Warframe, so I probably won't be talking very much about actual Warframes. If that is what you are here for, I'm sorry to disappoint. Feel free to look around on the channel, and I'm sure you'll find what you're after. But without further ado, let's get into this discussion of what this little guy here is. In this universe, there was a ancient empire on the civilization of Earth known as the Oricon. Assumably, these guys are some of the few Oricon left alive, because they were created by a intergalactic, possibly interdimensional, definitely inter-solar system incident on a spaceship called the Zaraman, because a lot of Oricon things have kind of weird names, and I'm not here to teach you how to pronounce them. Maybe I am. But anyway, we can call it the Zaraman. That is the ship that the Oricon sent out to try and colonize a new solar system after they ruined the origin system, which is the solar system that we find ourselves in the Warframe universe. During this incident, they were utilizing void technology to warp, essentially, to another solar system. They made these devices called solar rails to travel through the void, and normally this was fine. Traveling this far through the void, however, was untested at best. A horrendous mistake at worst, as the crew of the Zaraman would soon find out. The adults all seemingly went insane. There are mixed accounts of the event of the Zaraman in-game, because the Tenno's memory of the incident have been seemingly wiped, erased, what have you. Maybe they just repressed them. They apparently were quite traumatic, the little that they do remember. But the parts that we are confident about are there was a tyrannical ruler on the Zaraman, an Archimedean, an Oricon elite, and once the void jump happened, he started to go insane. Started mass executing the citizens of the crew, and eventually fear, panic, hysteria spread amongst the masses, and riots ensued. The chaos in the void led to a number of strange things occurring. Because in this universe, the void seems to manifest people's emotions, their thoughts, in a concept the game refers to as conceptual embodiment. I'm sorry, I'm not a physicist or a philosopher. I do believe that is a real thing, but I couldn't tell you what it actually is. But I can attempt to explain it through the lens of warframe. Because of this, the education system, I guess we'll call it, in Orokin society, or maybe just the Zariman, it begins to seem that way the more we find out about the Zariman incident, that it may have all been set up in some elaborate scheme. But anyway, I apologise for the hotfix there. As I was saying, they seem to be teaching the children about controlling their emotions, understanding that the void can affect people in heightened states of emotion. But look, this isn't a video strictly about the void, but the reason I'm sort of going into this is because the children of the Zariman got powers. They got straight up telekinesis. Some of them can shoot energy beams. Pretty strange stuff. Children of the corn shit. They can fly. But now we refer to them as tenno. But that eventually, I guess initially, led to the children being locked up after the Zariman incident, tested on for void exposure, sickness. It's not terribly clear, but through that testing, they did learn that they can reach out and communicate with the warframes and eventually control them. This led to the Tenno Uprising and the end of Orokin society. This is an event I hope we get to play through at some point in Warframe's history, but I get the impression 1,000 or so years ago, before our current timeline, the Tenno and the Warframe rose up, rebelled from their masters. They weren't exactly masters to the Tenno at this stage. They probably were largely enslaved, but I don't want to get into that side of it. But they were the creators of the Warframe, so it's certainly how the Warframe saw it. I will quickly take a moment to apologise that the aforementioned Warframe do come up so much in this lore video. For the first 5 years or so of the game, we were under the impression that we were playing a Warframe and didn't actually know that Tenno existed. This is something we became privy to in the quest The Second Dream, when the Tenno woke up after the Orokin Rebellion and were at the start of the game, Warframe, called into action to help stabilize the Origin system, where we are today, keeping the system safe. But anyway, that is my quick and haphazard explanation of the tenno. In future lore videos, we may go into further details on some of these incidents, but I wanted to get something recorded as a brief overview about what the fuck is a tenno. He keeps saying tenno. So people at least have a reference point to what the hell that means. But that's it for today's video, guys. I want to thank anybody who is out there watching and remind you all quickly to like, comment and subscribe, because it all helps with the algorithm, especially for a small channel like mine. So until next time, I hope you all have a great day, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace!